This is Steve Haze, and just announced 2 dates now. Live at the Marquee is Dara O'Briain. Yesterday, the Coronas guys, Danny and Connor, are in here and ask them, when they're in the city, where do they like to go out? They mentioned Luigi Malone's. Well, where do you like to go, Dara?
There are some bars, some kind of theatrically, maybe some live music type venues, maybe down a lane somewhere, maybe down a lane that rhymes with things that I often find myself. But now I'm thinking I'm going to pushing people there so I can hide off into other sneaky little places that I go for pints. I have a long and ancient relationship with the city, going back to the mid-90s when I was emceeing the comedy club in City Limits. So I have my bolt holes.
Yeah, because there was a guy who recently was at City Limits, and I said to him, we're near the city, where do you like to go? He says, there's this chicken place up from the comedy club. I love it.
It's not bad. There is a place that does a very good spicy naan, and that's just not far from the comedy club. I have been known to cross the river when I'm very drunk and I haven't had one in a few years, and sneak in there for stuff. Yeah. I know my late night geography.
Love your observation comedy.
You're very kind.
Have you ever been in a situation with your wife or maybe with some friends, and something happens, and they look at you and say, you better not put that on the DVD or make a joke out of that one?
Oh, God, no, because she knows what a pain in the backside it is to come up with stuff for the DVD, so she knows it's going in either way. So there's a touch of, I suppose this will be in the show. People do come up and say it a lot about the most banal things, though. They say, don't put that in one of your skits, which, and it'll be something like, I'm sorry, the key doesn't work in my room. Oh, here's another key. Don't put that in your show. And you're going, really? How hard up for material must I be, do you think, that this is, you really, like, people, you buy a newspaper of people and they go, oh, I suppose this will be in one of your sketches. What? So you just function on a normal level without, like, the clown shoes being on, or that everything goes into it. Like, you'd be amazed at stuff that people think is worthy of going in the show. All right. I bumped into you there. That'll go in the show. No, it won't go in there.
Has anybody ever come back at you and said, "Oi, that was me"?
Yes. A woman came up to me in a bar in Dublin not long ago and introduced herself quite sheepishly, and she said, I'm the person who told you the koala story. Because I had a thing years ago about koala bears, and how basically I had this observation that koala bears would work wonderfully as bicycle locks, because you could fit them into the frame of the bike and their little hands would reach around and lock around the spokes of the wheel, and then your bike could be secure. And which I quoted then in my storytelling UA going, getting people to guess what jobs you could use a koala bear for, knowing that I could top it with this one, right? And a woman in DCU said, guides for the blind. And I said, well, surely they use dogs for that. And she goes, not for walking, for climbing. And it was such a fantastic bit of stuff that I've told the story repeatedly all over the place. And this woman came up to me about 2 weeks ago and goes, that was me. And that is always great. You meet, you go, oh my God, I've dined out. And she goes, I know you have. I have heard you tell that damn story repeatedly. And I had to buy her a pint and go, thank you for putting my kids through college with you.
Wicked. All right, we're talking to Dara O'Briain. He is live at the Marquee on June 28th. Tell us, what can we expect, Dara? What's going to be happening at the live show? It'll be a refinement of what's happening when I was in the Opera House, because the show is up and running now, and now it'll get changed slightly by happening over and over and over again. But mainly there'll be the usual mixture of messing around, some storytelling, and ranting and raving at the audience about things that make me angry. So it's whimsy and misadventure. What was the last song you listened to on your iPod, or just the last song you listened to?
Oh God, I feel I should give that the respect it deserves as a question and actually scan my life for what the last thing it was that I listened to. Weirdly, it was whatever Spotify recommended for me. So it was either Move Like Jagger or Video Games by Lana Del Rey. So whichever better pleases your indie sensibilities.
Steve Haze on Cork's 96 FM.
96 FM.